It was the first conference in the Venture and Alberta Oil magazine's Energy Services Breakfast Series in Edmonton, sponsored by MNP Oilfield Services and Shaw Business. The topic addressed by industry panelists was based around best human resources practices in a rapidly expanding Alberta oil industry.
We're thinking in 2014, the value of all the oil and gas produced in Canada is going to hit $157 billion. And if you go back to 15 years ago in 2008, I mean, that's about 6 times bigger.
Panelist observations dealt with the growing challenges in recruiting and maintaining workers and managers.
The HR that is in Alberta is at a challenge, a real challenge. Although it has progressed, there's still a lag in terms of best practices that are being used elsewhere.
From an executive perspective, flexibility, growth, ability to manage risk while at the same time grow the organization in different directions, ability to have that authority to do that while they're reporting to whether it's a board of directors or whether it's a board of advisors, depending on the industry sector. They need that flexibility.
As HR professionals and as HR leaders, we have an ability to be able to form and influence the way our managers and our leaders lead. As an HR leader, when we're coaching our managers and our leaders as how to change the way that they're coaching, the way they're disciplining, the way that they're leading, the way that they're presenting training and all of these sorts of things, I'll ask you to think about potentially adjusting those styles towards the new generation.
People need to feel that both that they can be themselves in their work and that they can shape the way that they do their work. The second one is competency, so that they feel that they're effective and they're doing a contribution to the organization.
In the autonomy, you're giving them independence, but you have to give them the training and the ability to think.
The HR trends report that came out yesterday through the HRIA shows that better onboarding and I guess flexible work arrangements were the 2 most significant actions taken by organizations in the last year to reduce their turnover.
70% of your staff are actively looking for another job. You got to know yourself, you got to know your strengths, and you got to be able to understand others and understand their strengths and what they can bring.
I've seen more the employees asking questions around, do you have a workplace respect hotline or policy, and those kinds of things, or do you have a benefits plan? Do you have an employee assistance program is one I never expected to hear as much as I do.
Finding solutions to effectively staffing Alberta's oil and gas-related industries in times of unprecedented growth. The dialogue continues. For Go Edmonton, I'm Tim Dancy.